Leos, this is this morning your reading for the month of August 2025. My name is Marietta. If you wish to have a reading, private reading, then please go to my website, mariettatiernissen.com. Let me start. I shuffled the cards. I said my prayers. My candles are burning and incense as well. And I felt that I wanted to say, first of all, to you, happy birthday, because it's your birthday month. And what I also feel is very important to know is that you can say to yourself, I can choose to change all thoughts that hurt. So, because underlying, we have the Nine of Rods, which is a card of looking back at the past, being closed in by the rods, having the bandage on your head, and remembering the hurts of the past. Plus, also in the present situation, with your thoughts, you have most probably put yourself into a stressful situation of feeling stuck or feeling trapped. But this is being done by yourself, not by circumstances. But on top of it, which covers you at the moment, is the Knight of Rods, who comes in very quickly here, and also the Knight of Swords in your thoughts to actually step forward into this month with a lot of speed. Just be aware that the rune that I drew for you is the reversed rune of that at the moment. Take the opportunity to halt because you're going into quickening. There's a quickening of your development with a lot of movement, but you do not want to have later regrets because you haven't thought things through properly. Also, at the moment, you're quite tired, so you do not see the opportunities that are coming in, and therefore you might make a too quick choice, which is then not something that you really will be happy about. In the past, you've also shuffled your business, you shuffled more than one project, you've been maybe in more than one city or country, plus you have to balance at the moment that your money is also in balance and that your budget is really in balance and that you're looking at your finances. The near future shows me either collaboration or that you fall in love or that you really collaborate with a partner. It doesn't mean that it has to be male and female, but it shows a connection between two people, which is joyful, which is loving, which is giving, which is giving and receiving, and there is spiritual connection. So, and if you fall in love, then it's the beginning of a relationship, which is very much to do with emotions and positive emotions and feelings of acceptance and acknowledgement and understanding and connection and joy. And even in a partnership in business, the emotions are very much on the foreground here. But you at the moment are being seen from the outside like a person who is detached from your emotions, very much in the role of a queen or a king of swords, which is somebody just in their mind, detached from all feelings, taking decisions, clear-cut decisions. But the sword can actually cut both ways. And also be certain that you do not at the moment project your hurt feelings from the past onto anybody outside yourself, because at the moment it's also important that you're not suffering. Be certain that you're not suffering over your own suffering, and therefore you land up in this victim mode, which you're not. Your desires, but also your fears are that you're going to be stabbed in the back. But it might also mean that you're eventually at a phase in your life where you recognize that you want to take all of these swords out of your back and you want to drop all these responsibilities that you have by the decision that you've made or that comes into your life in actually collaborating with somebody else and forming a yin-yang divine union. It could also be that within yourself, you manage to actually connect with your male energy and your female energy, and you are in divine union. And you drop all these responsibilities because you do not have to take everything on. In other words, there's also a matter of persistence that you need to follow through with, taking halts in between before you make a new decision. And then I see at the end of month, again, travel. But at the end of month, there's complete fulfillment. Might also be that you really commit and give a complete commitment. Plus, it's also the end of the tarot journey where we are completely in harmony with the world, in the world, maybe travel into the world, but also being completely balanced with all elements of life and this living planet as completion within this circle of life. And I just drew another card that you're then going into something new which comes through for you. So you haven't taken a proper decision with these cards, but you need to take halts and pauses and be still and collect yourself and wait on the will of heaven. Even within at the end of August, new ideas that come in. You don't really know how to handle everything and anything, but you are then in this divine union, either within yourself or with somebody else. You've laid down all these swords that were stabbing you in the back, and maybe you really have back pain, then go for a nice massage to also defrost this Queen of Swords or King of Swords, which is too much in their head, which is not really balanced in your being. And let the past go. Be in the present. Do not worry about the future because things are really coming to full closure and then a new beginning. And this month will still ask of you to take a step back. Don't go beyond where you haven't even yet begun. So take one day at a time, minute by minute, moment by moment, and balance yourself emotionally. When you feel something from the past, stay with it, even if it's uncomfortable, and feel it and be present with it and roll it around till you feel like a block of ice is melting and you feel lighter. And breathe. Take halts. Meditate, even if it's for seconds, and wait on the will of heaven. I wish you all well for this month. Till next time, and if you wish to have a personal reading, go to my website, mariettatiernesen.com. Wishing you a good month and a happy birthday.